Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. It's the day before Thanksgiving. I want to wish all our viewers and subscribers a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Nothing could be harder to report and more ironic than the fact that the day before Thanksgiving, more and more Americans are going hungry than ever before. This is, reporting like this is tough for me to make videos like this. But the one thing about our channel is I want to give you the truth about the country, about the economy, and about money. I want you to have the real news, the actual news. According to a brand new article in the Washington Post, and you'll see this article headline on your screen, a growing number of Americans are going hungry. 26 million of our fellow Americans, 26 million of our fellow Americans don't have enough to eat as the pandemic worsens and the holidays come closer and Christmas comes closer. This is an unbelievable year. This is a year that we all want to put behind us. I'm hopeful that next year will be better, but that doesn't take away from the reality that 26 million of our fellow Americans don't have enough food to eat. Now, keep in mind that it was 1998 when the Census Bureau started collecting data about hunger, and it's likely that the data right now is actually worse than we know. And in fact, the Washington Post said experts say it's likely that there's more hunger in the United States today than at any point since 1998 when the Census Bureau started collecting this data. You'll see this chart on your screen, which essentially shows you that American hunger hits new highs. The share of adults in US households that sometimes or often don't have enough food to eat in the past week. You'll see the overall chart that shows you that we are at 12% right now, and households with children are at 16% right now. Children need food, children need nutrition to feed their growing bodies, and households with children, specifically individuals in Hispanic communities, African American communities, now don't have enough food to eat. A large part of this has to do with the fact that individuals in travel, leisure, entertainment, and hospitality, these are the industries that have been impacted the most. But the direct relationship between the job loss and the unemployment loss and hunger in our country is now coming to light, as you can see again with this chart on your screen, that American hunger hits new highs. According to Jeremy Everett, who's the executive director at the Baylor Collaborative on Hunger and Poverty in Waco, Texas, he said, and I quote, "It's been driven by the virus and the unpredictable government response." Here are some images of our fellow Americans. Randy Young says it's been hard to survive, money is low, no jobs, hard to find work. Adriana Contreras said, "I lost my business and I lost my dream." Elonda Kravitz said, "We both lost our jobs. We just started door dashing like 4 days ago." And this is where things get even more shocking. Again, I can't believe I'm reporting this the day before Thanksgiving. 1 in 4 out of work Americans with children at home do not have enough to eat. Let's show you this chart on your screen. 1 in 4 out of work Americans with children at home do not have enough food to eat. And this chart represents a percentage of individuals who said they sometimes or often did not have enough food to eat in the past 7 days. This represents about 12% of all Americans. Now remember, this is data collected between the 28th of October and the 9th of November from the Census Bureau, from the government Census Bureau. About 12% of all Americans have reported that they sometimes or often did not have enough food to eat in the past 7 days. About 16% of individuals with children at home also reported this. About 25% of individuals with no work and children at home, which represents 1 in every 4 individuals who are out of work with children at home, have reported that they sometimes or often did not have enough food to eat in the past 7 days. And in Houston, about 21% of all Houston residents, 1 in 5 of all Houston residents reported this. Here's a chart from the Washington Post that shows you nationwide where Americans don't have enough food to eat. This represents the share of individuals in households who through November 9th reported that they sometimes or often did not have enough food to eat in the past 7 days. Now remember, these are statewide averages and select metro areas have been overlaid as circles in this chart. This has been reported in the Washington Post. I'll provide you with a link to this incredible article in the description section below, so definitely check out the article in more detail if you want to. The darker colors represent areas with a higher degree of hunger, and the lighter colors, the shades of gray, represent areas where there are lesser degrees of hunger. But as you can see on the chart, hunger is prevalent all over the country. In fact, if we take a look at Houston, you'll see that Houston has a significant amount of hunger. 1 in every 5 residents in Houston are reporting that they're going hungry. This chart also represents the level of hunger nationwide in places like Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Phoenix, Dallas, Houston being the worst, Miami, Atlanta, Chicago, Detroit, DC, Philadelphia, New York, Boston. So it's just incredible when you take a look at this chart, and you can actually start to understand that hunger is all over the country to different extents. I want our viewers and subscribers to understand that this is indeed a humanitarian crisis. Angelica Ortega said, "With no check yet, the hard days are hard." Paul Anderson said, "I got laid off from my job. We are kind of behind. Hopefully, they are calling me back real soon." And here's the part that hopefully Congress is paying attention to, the House and the Senate. According to the Washington Post, economists predict that the recovery will stall or even backslide this winter. It's going to get colder, it's going to get harsh, and there are mounting predictions of more job losses in the month of December. And here's a quote on your screen from Mark Zandi, who's a chief economist at Moody's Analytics. He said, "I'm pessimistic about the economy's prospects in the next few months. Job growth is going to come to a standstill in November, and there's a good probability it will fall in December and January," according to Mark Zandi. So that's the astonishing data, everybody. Again, it's hard for me to report this kind of data the day before Thanksgiving. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You'll find the links to all of our resources in the description section below. And the Washington Post also reported that there are about 6.4 million job openings and more than 20 million people on unemployment aid. I'm going to repeat that. This is a massive number. 6.4 million job openings and more than 20 million people on unemployment aid. And what is even more astonishing is that more than half of those individuals are on programs like the PUA program and the PEUC program, both of which are scheduled to completely end at the end of December unless there is legislation from Congress for the extension of both the PUA program and the PEUC program. I strongly encourage our viewers and subscribers to share this information and share this video with your friends and family, because if someone's on the PUA program or the PEUC program, unless Congress extends those programs are going to be completely expiring. In other words, those benefits will completely stop. If you're on the PUA or the PEUC, those benefits will stop at the end of this year. So that's the astonishing data, everybody. Again, it's hard for me to report this kind of data the day before Thanksgiving. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You'll find the links to all of our resources in the description section below. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new from this video. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. This is some information about me. If you're new to our channel, I really appreciate you watching. If you learned something new, please consider gently igniting that like button, because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. Please click subscribe and enable notifications so you can become a part of our community going forward. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time on most days of the week. Get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000, that's 70000, and you'll get added to SMS alerts list going forward. If you want, you can also get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you'll get added to our email list going forward. So definitely become a part of our email list or our SMS list, and you can opt out of either the text messages or the emails at any point in time that you want. Now, sometimes YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. So there's a very simple solution. All you have to do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. This way you'll be able to visit the home page of our channel anytime you want and watch the videos anytime you want, so you're not dependent on YouTube notifications. Speaking of notifications, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. Become a part of our Instagram community, which is growing very, very rapidly, and you can get exclusive content from us on Instagram. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. You will get real-time breaking news alerts on Twitter. You'll get them instantly as the news happens. So definitely follow us on Twitter and engage with us on Twitter. As always, if you learned something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Please subscribe, please enable notifications. Please also share this video with friends and family, because that would be your vote of confidence in us and all the effort effort that goes into this channel behind the scenes. That tells a YouTube algorithm you found this content helpful. You'll always get the links to all of our resources in the description section below. We always do that. And finally, and most importantly, please comment below and engage with our community. I'm proud of our community because our community is growing, it's respectful, it's bipartisan, it's intelligent, and you can engage in a healthy debate with your fellow citizens. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.